But first, what we had to get into, and this isn't really movie related, but everyone's talking about it, and I actually did a story for WBZ this past week on it, and that is the debate, the question that has taken the internet by storm, and that is whether 100 men could defeat a gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll start by...
You know what this reminds me of, by the way? Do you remember in like 2010 when like Reddit was all of a sudden super mainstream and every celebrity and politician was doing an Ask Me Anything on Reddit? Barack Obama did one then. And one of the biggest questions that got asked of the president of the United States was, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Yeah.
And like, first of all, amazing question.
It is.
Second of all, someone's asking this to the president of the United States. I feel like this is the new version of that, right? A hypothetical question that doesn't matter, but is really starting fights. Like, it's not starting fights amongst gorillas and humans, but it's starting fights amongst friends.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Our mutual friend and colleague, Kyle Bray, he actually went to the zoo, and I asked him, because he did a story about, potentially if animals were to get loose, a perfect scenario for this question. If an animal were to get loose, what the zoo would do, how they would respond. And I asked him, did you ask him about the 100 man versus gorilla? And he goes, no, I forgot. Yeah. So we could have gotten the official answer from official smart folks, but we'll answer it ourselves. But yeah, I went to Logan, talked to folks. Hey, what do you think? One, have you heard about this? What do you think? Who would win? And maybe I shouldn't be too surprised, but the first 4 or 5 guys I spoke to, oh yeah, 100 guys. Oh yeah, no problem. If anything, all you need is 4 200-pound men, and you can totally defeat a gorilla. The first women I spoke to, they're like, yeah, those guys are delusional. They'll be torn to shreds.
So you think there's a gender divide here?
Oh, I think for sure. I think our one of our biggest weaknesses, not only just humans but man, is our ego. Our ego is too big.
Sure.
Where do you sit? Like, what do you?
Yeah, I mean, okay, maybe I'm just a typical man here, but 100%, I think 100 men could do it. Look, think about it this way: if 5 superheroes could nearly beat Thanos before, of course, Star-Lord lost his mind and got all upset. Sorry, spoiler alert for Infinity War if you haven't seen it yet. I think 100 men could beat a gorilla who doesn't have an Infinity Gauntlet. Like, there's no question. Like, you get 10 guys on each toe, right? 1 man per toe, 1 man per hand, and that's only 20 guys. You still have 80 more dudes that can handle business, 1 per each eye. You could even get people in there to hold his mouth or whatever. Sure.
So you've actually thought this through.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like some men may lose fingers, may lose limbs, may lose their lives. Yeah. Yes, but the question isn't whether the gorilla can take any casualty. Whether anyone's going to die. The question is, will the gorilla lose? And I think the answer is obvious. Yes. 100 men.
So I'm not sure. I think fear is a big factor, and I think the first 10 people that try to go in for the gorilla and they get gorilla handled by this great ape, I think that will instill fear and ruin morale for the rest of the group. And then you'll have people half-ass kind of fighting back.
Well, okay, but then that you need to go in with strategy, right? You can't all just expect, okay, you two go first. It's not like this isn't a gauntlet here. This is like a team effort here. We're all going to approach at the exact same time, And sure, some people will get their heads knocked off, but while that's happening, someone else can sneak up from behind and grab them in a chokehold. And you're going to get swung around. It'll be like bull riding, but it's doable. Bull riders don't die. So often.
They'll have to be committed. Everybody will have to agree that you will very likely die, but your death will be for the greater good of defeating this gorilla. Right. Why we're fighting them, we have no idea. It's not important. But
listen, I've seen King Kong, the new one. We got to all work together. That's the only way that King Kong has ever been defeated, is when humanity comes together. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we're in big trouble if the gorillas rise up, like in Planet of the Apes. Hopefully, you're right. And
but were those gorillas in Planet of the Apes, or was
there were gorillas? There were gorillas. There's a hierarchy. The chimps are the smarter of the smart apes in the movies, and they're kind of like the leaders. Right. And then the gorillas are the muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen like the 17 prequels they've been making.
You have to
Like,
see them. They're
no,
so good.
I guess-
Honestly, they're really good.
I'm just amazed they keep finding ways to make prequels about it. It's like, Rise of Planet of the Apes, before the Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
The Kingdom of the Planet of the
yeah.
Apes. I was actually not really excited for the Kingdom, but then it looks good. The trailers look good, and you watch it, and they did something that progressed the story. So
Okay.
that's my. If you take anything out of this 100 Men versus Gorilla debate, is that you should watch the films, Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Because they're good.
I'll do it.
They're really good. Let us know what you think. Comment down below. Do you think man will overcome beast, or we have no fighting chance against this monster? I don't want to call a gorilla a monster.
Yeah, if they're listening, you're not monsters.
I'm on your side, if anything.
Yeah,
I'm on
come
your side.
Let's work together as primate kind.
Absolutely.